Yeah. But honestly, usually I have on my pajama sweatpants and like a nice top. But I had to run to the grocery store and I just got these pants and they're
They
quite
look cozy
comfortable.
but cute.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. So I'm in a denim today. On a Monday. How bold.
Oh, look at us.
Denim on a Monday.
I'm still in like my half teaching from this morning, and I got my hair colored, but the hair cutter couldn't cut my hair. So,
Yeah, that's tragic.
you know, but I'm like, it's okay. She blow dried me a little bit.
I mean, it doesn't look like it needs to be cut.
Oh my God, it does.
Okay.
Like the ends of my hair dry before anything else, and that's when you know.
Oh,
You know?
I've never had that experience. You got the coarse hairs though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's horrible. How are you?
I'm great. I have a terrible stomachache, but we're gonna persevere here.
Same, but it's non-ending until this parasite gets out of me or whatever the fuck is in me.
Yeah, would you get like Giardia or something?
I don't know. I thought at first that I had like something from like traveling. It probably is from Aruba, but my stomach's just like not doing good.
Yeah, no, me neither.
But it's fine.
It's something's not right.
I think it's, well, you're not Jewish, but like all Jewish girls have like IBS or something like with their stomachs.
Okay, well, wait, while we're talking about the Jews, because this is what I was going to tell you when I was like, you're going to think I'm literally
you're
crazy.
Jewish now?
No. Well, I could be. Like, let's not rule it out. So I was on Instagram or something. Anyways, and I had this reel came up of a Kardashians episode. Mm-hmm. Have you seen this where Khloe goes to Chris's house and she's like, is this a bowl of tiny Jesuses? And she's got this bowl at her like entryway full of these tiny Jesuses.
Oh my God, you have a tiny Jesus.
I have 100 of them. This one's for you.
But I'm Jewish.
I understand.
But
just listen to the plot.
Jesus.
Listen for the plot.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, that's for you. And so she was like, why do you have all these fucking...
He is cute.
It isn't cute. She's like, why do you have all these fucking tiny Jesus dolls, you weirdo? Which, like, rightfully so. And she was like... And then it goes into her talking about how she's like, yeah, like, I keep them and, like, I put, like... Anytime I travel, I put one in my suitcase or, like, I put them in my purses. So, like, if they get lost, like... It's just symbolism. It's not, whatever. And then she was saying how she, like, if she's having a really hard day, she puts one in her pocket. And, like, when she's ready to bite someone's head off, she'll just stick her hand in her pocket and, like, hold on to it just to give her a little sense of calm. And I was like, you know what? Maybe.
So did you Amazon tiny Jesus?
So I Amazon tiny Jesuses. I got about 100 of them. I've given some to Marlon. I sent my mom some. She texted me. She said, Jesus arrived. Thank you. Thomas is carrying one around.
I love it.
And not because I am a Catholic girly at all.
And now Jesus is a part of our podcast.
But now, yeah. And, like... it's doing something for me. I don't know.
I love it.
It's just a little symbolism thing, and I'm like, it's going to be okay if I carry this tiny guy around.
I love it.
And I have him with
my
a million different sashes.
Can I get another one, though, for Darius?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he might be left out.
Yeah. You're going to go home and you're going to be like, look what Taylor gave me, and he's going to be like, someone should call medic on
I think
her.
he's kind of cute.
So that's, yeah. And I don't know that it's really doing anything, but it's in my head. It's...
You know what? If the Kardashians do it, I believe in it,
That's
too.
what I'm saying. I'm like, if Kris Jenner's bitch ass has a bowl of baby Jesuses at her entryway, that's what I need to be doing.
Same.
Okay? That is what I need to be doing.
I love it.
So
Thank you for my
that's
baby
what-
Jesus.
You're welcome. I knew you'd love it. But
I
anyways,
sure
while
do.
we're on the topic of witchery, the Chinese New Year,
Yes, starts tomorrow.
which
Or yesterday when this airs.
when this airs, yeah, yesterday, and when this airs, I hope none of you washed your hair or cleaned your apartment,
Killed something.
or took the trash out, or
Cut with knives, though. That's hard.
yes, or there was one other thing that I read that was like speak about something. Even if you're joking, saying something like catastrophic,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're not supposed to like speak, because it's like the day of all things that are new, and so you're
Yeah.
not supposed to speak things into existence that aren't like
Children shouldn't cry.
yes, like big
Which, like,
things.
holy
and they say
shit,
that you
good
shouldn't.
luck.
I know they say you shouldn't take out your trash or like clean, because you could be getting rid of something that's going to bring you like
Goodness.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which I'm really happy
everyone's
because
gonna have
hair's
greasy
clean
hair.
today.
I know. I showered today too.
We got our house cleaned today.
Mine's getting cleaned on Wednesday.
So that means the trash is out today. Like everything feels like it's kind of like anew today.
I know. I'm ready. It's the year of the horse. the fire horse.
So I
I'm
thought
ready
what's
to be a
funny is
fire.
I thought last year was like, I was like, it was a great year. Like I got married, like whatever, because people were like, I can't fucking wait for this. And then 2026 started and I was like, bring on something new. Like give me the year of the
Give me
horse.
the year-
Please.
yeah,
Please,
because-
baby Jesus, give me the year of the horse.
Everybody needs a little Jesus. No pun intended.
No, but what I literally was like, I need some newness. I need like
Yeah.
the good vibes. Like, and I'm not saying people are giving me bad vibes, but like the year just started as shit, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm ready for some newness.
And we're, a month in and we still don't know where fucking Nancy Guthrie is.
Don't even get me started. I bring her up
I
all the
still
fucking time.
don't know
You know
where
what you're
Nancy
talking
is.
about? This case is like, Jesus, stay up there, okay?
Well, you're
Shoot.
giving him an
I'm sorry. He's gonna.
unstable
You know what? He's
area
gonna.
to.
He's gonna lay and watch me.
People are gonna have real concerns about me after this, but go on.
This is like the Gabby Petito
Uh-huh.
Petito case, the Natalie Holloway case. Speaking of Aruba, like it has captured the country, and we are like locked in
By
on
storm.
this.
I know. I will never forget Natalie Holloway because my mom was like, "You're not allowed to travel and do anything with your friends because you're gonna get kidnapped."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That doesn't happen to
I
normal."
mean, it's also like it's fucking. It scares me because of how I was when I went abroad, where like I would just black the fuck out and then like get into a taxi and have them drop me off down the street at like the sandwich shop because like I don't eat during the day.
Yeah,
And I'd like
yeah.
be blackout, go and get my sandwich and then like go back to my apartment and like chow down. And I'm like, wow, like I was fearless, but really like I was stupid.
Stupid. Oh my god, the way I used to walk around downtown Rochester, New York after I had like bartended and also drank my face off at work because that's just like what we did. Like it is not even yesterday. Thomas and I went for a hot girl walk yesterday because it was nice out.
Yeah,
and
it's gorgeous.
I might have been a little stony baloney. I don't know, but I stopped at a store because in the window they had a hat that said "I need a Diet Coke."
I was like, I need that.
I mean, so I went and I bought the hat. So then, but it's like a snapback,
Uh-huh.
I'm not fluent in hats, but I was trying to. I made it too tight, then it was way too loose. So I'm really slowing us down because I'm fucking around with this hat, right? And so we're walking, and all of a sudden, I'm like, I don't realize that I'm walking as slow as I'm walking because I'm so ingrained in this fucking hat. And then all of a sudden, I hear Thomas say, like, come on. And I was like, I will slow down to fix my hat if I need to fix it. Like, I was
Yeah.
like appalled at the fact that he was trying to rush me because he knew what joy this hat was bringing me.
Yeah.
And then we got like to the next corner and he said, are you not like aware of your surroundings? And I was like, no. Apparently there was some creepy like van parked on the side of the road with like very scary people around it, and the doors were like semi-open, and I had decided at that moment that's when I was going to basically stop walking to screw with this hat. And he was like, you were one long arm reach away from being taken by those people. And I was like, no, I didn't even like
Which isn't that scary?
I wasn't even alarmed.
Which is also just like I was just talking about this today, like about like sex trafficking and things like that. That like it is so prevalent, we just don't see it and know about it.
I wasn't abducted, but me and my friend Lisa, who at the time we were both small blonde girls, and I'm not blonde anymore. We were walking around Park Avenue in Rochester, New York, which is like comparable to like West Loop area with all the things going on.
Yeah.
One day, and on like a poppin' nice Saturday when the weather was good, and this girl, a young girl, came up to us and asked us. They weren't like, "Do you have time to hear about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?" But it was like something to the effect of like, "Can you help us? We're headed to a fundraiser for the church or something, and we got lost. Like, do you think you could walk with us and show?" And I was just like, I'm not friendly, so I just was like, no.
Yeah.
But like Lisa was like, and she's the type of person who doesn't like confrontation and like doesn't like, she's so lovely and so nice all the time that she's the type of person to be like, sure, let us help you.
Yeah.
And then she was like weird about it, and then we like walked away, and then they were following us, and then she was like, no, I think those people are trying to like
Traffic
bring
you.
us somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Which
we're
is
small
so
blonde
fucked
people.
up that you like don't like we don't think about it
In
all the
broad
time.
daylight?
But that's like yes.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too. We were talking about how like when you're in the airport and it's like if you are sex trafficked, call this number. And Darius is like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
and
no,
I was
what
like,
do you mean?
I was like, oh, you don't have that on the back of your stall
Your
when you're
toilet?
going to pee
Yeah.
because we do.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just so fucked up. Yesterday, this has nothing to do with sex trafficking, but it does have to do with crime. Darius and I were walking to dinner, and we're walking, and all of a sudden these two girls like start sprinting past us, and my first thought is like, they're late to their reservation at Giordano's in like, you know, Streeterville, Gold Coast, whatever. Like, that's where we were. And they're running, and then two cops come running after them. And I was like, police
I love a
chase.
foot choice.
And Darius is going to be an extra on Chicago PD. So he's like, it's getting me ready for tomorrow. And he's like, they're running. And then all of a sudden we get to like the corner, and I think what happened is one of the girls like thought, let me be like TV and like hide behind a wall. But like, no, like that's not real life. In real life, they're going to find you behind that wall. Yeah. So she got caught, and then someone else was like, the other girl's behind the car. And then they got the other girl. And I was like, God, you guys are stupid. Then we walked another block, and this guy, presumably mental illness or something, pants her down, and he's like rubbing his penis. And I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to leave Chicago.
Yeah, I got to get out of this general vicinity because something about this isn't doing it for me. Yeah, no, I love a good foot chase.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the first time I've ever seen it.
I haven't seen. I guess something happened at this Target across the street a couple weeks ago. My friend sent me. There was a bunch of like cop cars out there and stuff, and my bedroom window faces that Target, and she was like, "You didn't see?" I said, "I am 10 floors up, and my hatch is on volume 90."
Yeah,
and
same.
I went to bed 8 hours ago, so
yeah,
no, I didn't know anything was going on outside.
No, same. Once things happen, I'm like, I don't know, but Citizen will tell me. Citizen tells me everything.
Did you see my Valentine's Day gift I got? My giant pillow. Oh
yes.
My God, I'll show you.
Yes. I saw that. I saw the pillow.
You got to get one.
I mean, twist my arm.
You have to have one. When I tell you, I'm like, first of all, I have to sleep in
also,
it.
that's really nice Thomas got you. What did you get him?
Candy. It's not I don't do Valentine's
We
Day.
didn't either. We went to
tell
dinner.
him this. I said, I don't want you to get me anything. I don't want, I just want to hang out with you. And I let him know ahead of time. And then I put together a lovely gift bag.
I didn't do shit for Darius and I went to dinner. We spent time together.
All his favorite treats. And I wrote him a card. I mean, come on.
Darius got me flowers.
What
I
else
should
could
say
you
that.
want? I hate flowers. So
and I love flowers.
Really? Okay, so here's my thing with flowers. I'm going to get back to the pillow in just a minute. They die, and it's just like, for the amount of money that people spend on these fucking flowers.
I know, but I love them.
I want you to give me something that is monetary that I can hold on to.
Nah, I like flowers.
Oh, well, yeah, that's okay. I mean, like, I'll buy myself flowers from, like, Trader Joe's.
I can buy myself flowers.
Or the local market for, like, $15.
Yeah.
But the hundreds of dollars worth of flower arrangements that people are getting from, like, LaFleur or, like, whatever the fuck. I'm just like.
But you know what? Flowers for dreams. I like them. I also like jewelry, too, but his next big jewelry gift for me is hopefully a push present.
Also, I prefer food, I'd rather you buy me snacks.
I like both.
My mom hates flowers. I think that's where I got it from, because she's like, it's such a fucking waste of money, and it's been just like.
Darius, don't listen to her.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me
Darius,
about the pillow.
do listen to me about this, though. I'm so excited. I have a whole vision of what you're going to look like as a Chicago PD extra. And, like, I can tell that, like, you're going to be the guy that's in the background, but, like, you have a story, Like, you're not just in the background. You're there for a reason. You got to that space for a reason, and the whole thing. I can't
wait to watch him on it.
But anyways, my pillow. So it's like a pregnancy pillow on steroids, kind of. It's like, usually it's just like one long situation. Yeah. This like goes up and around.
It's like a horseshoe shape.
Twist it and like do things with it. No, there's no need. I horseshoe it and I get right in the center of that thing.
I love it.
And I'm a side sleeper. That's why I got it, because I feel like my shoulders are slowly morphing into each other. And I need to open up my chest or something. And it's been bothering me like a lot. So he got me this pill. I'm telling you, it's the greatest fucking thing.
Do you wrap your legs around it?
Yes, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Because it's bad for your back to sleep with your hips.
Well, because I right now put the blankets between my legs.
I'm telling you, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
Send me your affiliate link.
Like, I didn't think that this was going to hit like as hard as this gift hit. I said, this is probably the best gift you ever got me.
I can't wait. I'm going to have to get myself one.
I had all these people being like, what the fuck? Because I posted a picture of myself in the pillow, and everyone was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, best sleep of your life. That's what this is. Right here.
I love a good, like, I was going to say something between my legs.
Loves a good something between your legs.
But I really do.
Hold on to baby Jesus. You need it, okay? Little Jesus.
Sorry, Jesus.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I don't know what it... I highly recommend it. She's medical grade. Like, she's like a real
Yeah.
You know.
So she's a nice one.
She's a nice one.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm changed my life. It's changed. You should see my face. I mean, my face already when I get into bed is like
The happiest.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah,
you know.
same.
But
We're two girls who like to get into bed at 8 p.m. So it just makes us happy.
There's not a thing I enjoy more.
No, I agree.
And I like hanging out with my friends and shit.
There is something, though, about coming into bed and that big, like,
and you're just like, I'm done for the day, and I'm just going to lay here, and I'm so cozy.
That's how I felt last night. Like, we had a wonderful dinner, but I was like, I'm just so happy to be in bed.
There's not an activity that gets me going.
Speaking of bed, I had dinner with my sister-in-laws, and we made like mocktails, and she made like a magnesium electrolyte cocktail. Not a cocktail, mocktail. My sleep score after having this certain type of magnesium was a 94.
Fabulous. Oh, I saw that the other day.
I literally was like, holy shit. Like it's not like I had some weird ass fucking dreams, but when I woke up, I was like, wow, I need to take this magnesium more. But it's like some brand that like her doctor gave her, but like I'm on the magnesium
train.
trade.
Say glycinate and I forget the other one. There's another one that are supposed to be specifically good
for sleep. Yeah,
yes.
The other magnesium is like for your tummy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I don't think we need that right now.
Don't. My stomach is like all tore up right now. Yeah, and you want to know what? There's something fun about making a bedtime mocktail.
100%. It just feels because lately I've been really big on my electrolytes, but with warm water because like our apartment's just chilly and like I just like the warmth on my belly.
Liked the warm water.
I do.
Yeah.
I love the warmth on my belly, but I've been doing it with my electrolytes, and now I'm like I would love a warm bedtime beverage to go to bed.
I'm trying to look it up.
Cherry juice. That sleepy time
that's
mocktail.
Also probably fucking up your stomach.
I don't do the cherry juice. I'm just saying I don't like it. I did it like a while ago because that was like this cool sleepy time mocktail.
I don't like it. I'm gonna have to look it up offline because I can't even begin to think of what the name of this company is.
Calm?
No, they have a stand at the farmers market in Wicker. That's
no idea.
Where I found them from, and they have like, there's like a chai and a matcha and like whatever. They're like powdered, you just toss them into some hot milk or whatever you want. They have a lavender, vanilla, like sleepy time drink. Mm-hmm. I will say it's very lavendery.
Which
so if you're not, But when I tell you, I could barely get through halfway drinking this thing and my eyes were closing.
I love that.
It was like the greatest thing ever. Yeah. And I just stopped buying it because it's like kind of stupidly priced on the internet.
Yeah.
It's like a way better deal to just go and get it at the market. And it's winter now, but also I moved and then I wasn't kind of over there. So I hadn't been going, but I'll have to figure out what it is and send it to you because it works like a dream, but it's very lavendery.
Yeah. But that's like when you find that, and it's just like, this is like nice to put me to sleep.
Yeah, and you're like,
I'm
going to sip on this, and I'm going to, I love it. Why not? Also, all my little Jesuses are in my nightstand top drawer. That's also where all my weed is. So,
what a contrast. You know what? I bet, though, Jesus did smoke weed, so let's be real.
I open up my drawer at night, I take my sleepy time gummy, say hello to all 97 Jesuses that are still in the drawer.
Thank you, Jesus, and good night. It's
so
like
is it the pillow?
Prayers.
Is it the pillow or is it Jesus that's helping me sleep? We don't know.
It's probably a combo of both.
We don't know. We can't rule it out. So they're going to stay in that drawer. Thomas was like, where do you want to put this fucking giant box of... I said...
Right next to me.
Right next to my
So he can protect us as we sleep.
Come on. What do you mean? Anyways, I had a running list in my phone about what I wanted to talk about today.
What else?
I just felt there were things that I needed to say. Okay, so I saw... Okay, I'm watching Tell Me Lies, which I know you don't watch.
I don't watch. Yeah, but everybody I feel like is watching.
I want to talk about a topic that I think is so controversial, and I just want to hear your opinion. What do you think about the statement or the idea of, like, you can't help who you fall in love with? So, like, let's say that you and Darius were not married. You're just in a relationship.
Uh-huh.
And him and I fall in love. And because we
Thomas,
spend a lot of time.
should we talk about this?
Because we spend a lot of time. Uh-huh. Darius is like, never in a million years could you pay me to date that girl. But, we spend a lot of time together because you and I are together and whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to break things off with Jordan and, you know, we'll give it some time, but we'll see where this goes down the road. And I'm using the defense of, I mean, you can't, obviously, like, I didn't mean to do this to you, but it's just you can't help who it is you fall in love with. What do you think about that notion?
I'm like 50-50 because I feel like there is something about like the conditional sense of like, we're together all the time and like whatever.
Yeah.
However, I think there's a point, it's funny because I'm watching Love Island and it's like kind of the same, not the same thing, but it's like where you date someone and then someone else comes along and you like kind of flirt with them and you're like, I don't know what I should go to, or like, or Love is Blind, you're like, I don't know what I should go to, whatever. I feel like you didn't maybe love that person that you were with before if you can so easily fall in love with someone else that quickly or that easily. Do you think
you're also supposed to like ignore those feelings because it's the right thing to do?
No. I think but also like ask yourself. Like I think that's also like a thing with yourself. Because like you could fall in love with like a million people then. You spend a lot of time with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I do think there's something, I'm going back and forth because I
having an internal dilemma.
I am, because I think like you spend time with someone and you're like, wait, I really like them and I didn't know them before this. But then you could say that about a million people and you meet new people all the time. I think you really have to figure out. I think there's also the sense of like, are you like, okay, you're with yourself before you figure out who you fall in love with?
Fall in love with, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's hard because you meet different people. And I think that's like as people get older and they divorce and they fall out of love with one another because you're meeting other people. Like I don't know. There's a lot that I could say about this, but like can't say at the same time. But I don't necessarily think you can't help who you fall in love with. I think you can, but I do also think there's likely unexpected feelings that may come up with someone that you may have not thought of before.
Yes.
To then be like, am I supposed to just shove all of this down or am I supposed to speak on it?
Agree. But also like where I'm at with that is like if you and this person that you've had these feelings for all of a sudden now, or so strong it came on and whatever. But if you were both like in relationships and then you both decided we're going to end those things and pursue this to be, what is stopping me from ever forgetting that you did that to your significant other? Do you know what I mean? Like, how am I ever getting over the fact that Darius is like, I have this thing with
you're saying that Darius and I are together.
Yes.
And you and Thomas are together.
Yes.
And now you and Darius are.
Yes.
So you did that. You both did that to me and Thomas.
Yes. But we wait. So then he broke up with you and I broke up with Thomas and then we waited. It's hilarious because it would never happen. But
Thomas and I are going to get together though, too.
There's no way Darius could stand my presence in his home. Like,
don't even say that.
Like, there's just no way. But like we waited a while. So we're like, let's, go our own separate ways and give it a couple weeks, months, whatever, and see what comes of this.
Wait, but you're asking me how now that you and Darius are together, how you could never forget, but you just did the same fucking thing.
Well, right, but that's what I'm saying. So I feel like but isn't that like always in the back of my head? Like you literally, like what makes this?
Well, that's what I mean though, is if you're so quick to jump, who says that you're not going to meet someone else and jump to them? Which like, I don't know. Again, like that could happen, but that's what I was saying before is like, you now are just realizing this, but what if someone else comes along and you're like, wait, I love them now.
Yeah. Like it's
I also just think it's like kind of unrealistic, but that's TV, right?
I guess so, yeah. But I feel like it happens. I feel like I've personally known, but I feel like I've heard of a lot of people that knew somebody that like they were married and now they're not and they're like best friends are together or like whatever situation.
I've heard that too.
And they're like, well, you can't help who you fall in love with. And I'm just like, I get that. If you have feelings for somebody, you have feelings for somebody. But like, is it within your moral compass to be like, yes, I have feelings for you, but like, I can't tread in these waters because this is
I
wrong.
think if it's like you divorced or whatever and you now met a friend, one, if that friend is like, yeah, let's fucking do this. Well, she wasn't really your friend anyway before. Right. But second, I feel like sometimes in those situations, you wouldn't have even seen that person as like a possible person to date because you're like, that's my friend's husband. Like, I'm not.
Right.
He's no one that I would date, whatever. So, like, sometimes I'm like, I could see it, but, like, you're kind of shitty. Like, find someone else, whatever.
I think that's what happens a lot of times with people who cheat on their significant others. It's just, like, it's the thing that's not attainable. Like, that thing can't be yours, so it makes it more enticing. You know what I mean? Because like, it belongs over here.
Yeah.
So then that's where I feel like you see people destroy relationships, and then those people get together, and then they're like, I didn't even like you.
I also think there's a big communication barrier of, like, my needs are not being met, but I'm not telling you that. So rather than tell you my needs are not being met, I'm trying to find something else, and that's where cheating comes into play because you're like, my needs aren't being met. I'm just going to, like, sit here and like kind of like shove all that down, and instead I'm going to be starting to resent you because you're not meeting my needs, and I'm going to start finding someone else. Like, I truly, Darius, I've been very open about this, but we go to couples therapy, and sometimes we're like, we don't really have anything to talk about, but then we go down a rabbit hole of like talking about something. And especially like where we're at right now with like trying to conceive and all of that stuff, like it's kind of very nice that we have this area and openness to just like chat about whatever. But I do think it has, going to couples therapy has helped us be able to voice our needs in a way of like, hey, this is what I would need from you, or like, this is what I need, period, whatever. Yeah. Like while I went through a miscarriage and whatever, having him be strong enough to be a support system for me was huge. Whereas like, had I not voiced needs in the past, he might have not known what I need from me or when I need space or when I don't. But I think that in a lot of relationships, communication isn't strong, and then people don't say what they need and instead try to seek it from somewhere else, and that's where they start to veer off a lot of times.
Has he, and you're welcome to share what you want to share and what you don't want to share, but has he been open with you? Because a miscarriage, it's very much your thing, but it is the both of your thing.
100%.
Has he been like, this is what I need in these times, or is he just kind of like in take care of you mode?
Both. There was a point where I was going through things and I was like, he would turn it and be like, well, this is how I'm going through it. And I was like, this is about
what
me.
What do you fucking mean?
Yeah, like I need. So he's very much like, he checks in on. So when we went through the whole miscarriage, he very much was like, thank you for, basically, I had chosen to take the pill versus going through a D&C. Yes. And he just like looked at me and was like, thank you for going through this in your body for us. Yeah. And he was very sad and expressed how sad he was and expressed like that, like together we'll get through this. And we did. Like our relationship is very strong, that together we can get through it. What has been the most interesting is everybody else's fucking opinion. And I'm like, sure. I don't want it. Like I thank you.
But also no thank you.
Here's the thing. I chose to share that it happened to me. I chose to share this was my experience, and it sucks, and I don't know why it happened. I don't know a lot of things. But what I will say is there's a lot of people who slid into my DMs and were like, this happened to me. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Like, here's what, like sharing what happened to them. And that's like, to me, like, great, awesome. Sure. There's been a lot of unsolicited, like, have you tried this? Have you thought of this? Have you done this? And I'm like, I feel like a lot of things are pointing to people want to find a solution to a problem that I don't know I have yet. If that makes sense. Like,
but also, don't you think that makes you feel, I mean, at least that would make me feel, if people were like, well, have you tried this? Did you do that? I'd be like, holy shit, I'm fucking it up because I didn't think to do X, Y, or Z. Like, I feel like that would make me feel worse about myself.
It's bringing up a lot of stress and anxiety that, like, here's the thing. Darius, this is where, like, Darius is, like, the support that, like, you know, obviously he's sad, he's upset, but, like, physically, he got his sperm tested and like he's fine. Yes. So like now it's really just looking at like my body. And he's like, I haven't heard a doctor call and tell you that you have a problem. He's like, I haven't heard anybody tell you that. So like this is really up to us for what we want to do next. Like if a doctor said, hey, we're seeing this certain marker, this is what we think it is, you have to go down this route, like IUI, IVF, whatever, like, cool.
Sure.
We are, thank God, we have the resources, we could do that. No one has told me that yet. So now I feel like everybody is searching for a problem and the solution that I'm like, no one said anything yet. So until it becomes a problem, you know what I mean by that? And it's very kind. People are being very kind, and I don't think it's coming from a bad place.
No, I don't think so either. But you have to consider,
exactly.
You also have to consider, especially if you're going to share a piece. You have to consider how you were feeling in that moment as well.
Totally. And as an anxious girly, everybody telling me everything, I'm like, oh my God, I need to do all of these things.
That's what I mean. I think I would be like, well, I'm clearly doing something wrong. I'm clearly not. Do you know how
in my mind I'm like, if I don't do all of these things, like, am I going to regret it down the line? I don't even want to think that way, because I just want to think, like, hopefully, knock on wood, like, everything will be good, whatever. But I'm like, it's just such a mind fuck right now, and I'm very grateful to everything that we were just talking about, how Darius has been like my rock and my strength throughout all of this, because I don't think I would be able to go through this had he not been. And that's testament to, like, the work we've done in our relationship, the work he's done personally. But, like, I would not be able to, like, I wouldn't be here talking. I'd probably be a fucking disaster. But that's what I mean by, like, communication. And if you're not communicating and I'm not saying you have to have the best communication at all, whatever.
Nobody has the best all the time. But if you're not
expressing your needs, like, sometimes I need space, and sometimes I just need to, like, fucking cry and sit in the corner and, like, just not talk to anybody. And I've expressed my needs in that. Sometimes I want to sit and just, like, cuddle, whatever the fuck I need. But also just, like, talking to one another about, like, what do we think we should do now? I think had that not been there, I don't know if we would have come out of all of this the way that we had. Mm-hmm. And that's where I feel like when you don't communicate, that's where you're like, okay, well, I'm going to go communicate with someone else. I'm going to go talk to someone else. I'm going to go find my needs be met by someone else. And that is like...
And you have to... Well, you also have to say that too, because I'm very much the way that I don't wear my things that bother me very much unless they've been wearing for a while, and then I have a psychotic crash out. But, which again that's my own things I have to work on. But Thomas is very like, he wants so badly in those moments to like say the right thing and do the right thing. Mm-hmm. And he treads very lightly because he knows like, I'm not the girl. Yeah. Like most of the times I just need you to like not say anything at all. But I think that it's also important for me to communicate that that's the type of person that I am, because also you're pissing me off by trying to like make this better. Like I'm not the person who wants, and a lot of people do. Quite frankly, a lot of people that I have very close to me in my life are the type of people that want someone to serve them up a solution on a platter for them to use because they cannot handle the crippling anxiety or whatever else they go through to figure their shit out. And I've been at fault in the past for being that person to be like, here is the 4-course dinner, And it's like, that's not my job and it's not for me to do. And I've had to do a lot of work with that.
I just literally said this to Darius about someone. I was like, I can't be her savior. Like, I can't.
No, you can't. And it's just like, and it's like this... There's a fine line there too, because it's like I see all this stuff a lot on the internet, and this specifically really I guess it applies not just, I was going to say it applies to girls' relationships, but I'm sure it applies otherwise. Of this, be the person who like lets them come back to you and cry 10 million times, and you never judge and you never say anything, and like that's what being a good friend is like always holding space for. And I'm like, I disagree with that sentiment. I think that like, you can't expect your friends to get it right on the first fucking go around or the second or maybe the third or whatever it is. And like, we all have to understand people are at different points of processing, and whether it's a relationship, whether it's like a boyfriend relationship, a family relationship, a work thing, like whatever it is that they're going through that they're still in this cycle over and over again. You create space for them. But at some point, if that starts impeding your own well-being, like it's like there's no longer space for that. And I just like, I hate those things on social media that's like, if you're not this friend, like you're not being a good
I think
friend.
you can be that friend up until a point. Because
For
you
sure.
can, I think, yes, holding space for your friends 100%. Sometimes, though, you're holding the same space and you're like, I need to say something.
Yeah.
Like this, I've read this book before. Like I've read it 5 times. I'm done with it. And a lot of times that friend doesn't want to hear that.
And like, what is the line, right? Like, where is the line for I'm holding space, I'm holding space, I'm holding space, I'm giving you what you need, and then all of a sudden I'm enabling, and now all I'm doing is feeding into the pattern.
And also, I feel like as that friend, you're like, fuck, I'm resenting you because I don't want to hear this anymore.
Yes, and it's like you don't want to be that person either, and so then. I just feel like over the last couple of years, I've gone through these like waves where like I feel really good about like decisions I've made when it comes to like setting boundaries in friendships or relationships or whatever. And then like time goes by and then I'm like, man, should I have hung in that a little bit longer for that person? And then I find myself like, it's like I have this like internal struggle where I'm like, no, like you drew a boundary because like you needed to draw a boundary and that was the growth and that's you like doing the
We
things.
talked about this on an episode where it was like friends are there for different seasons, reasons, whatever.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that because there is a certain point where you outgrow certain people and you outgrow certain situations and you outgrow like it's the boundary you set for a reason, and that means that person was there for that season and maybe things are different. I think you can miss that friendship and maybe they've changed and you can reach out again. But I think like Darius and I have talked a lot about this because we're like, wow, I feel like we've outgrown the city. Like we've outgrown a lot of the things that we do here. And it's like, I don't know if we're outgrowing people. I don't know if we're outgrowing situations. I really don't know. But it's like we're ready for something different. I don't feel guilty about it. Like, I don't feel, at first I was like, God, like I'm sad. Like, and I am sad. I'm sad to like, we're not leaving we don't have a house. So like, we're not leaving, but like, like it is sad, but it's also like, we feel ready.
Yeah.
And that's like a new adventure. That doesn't mean that I'm saying goodbye to everything and everybody. But it's also like you're outgrowing certain things and that's okay. Like
I was watching, I forget. Remember I sent you that thing about the Mel Robbins, who I find her to be so aggressive, and also sometimes I'm like, you're just trying to sell your brand. But she did like posted her like top whatever moments of the year from her podcast, and it was like there was like 10 or something. And the woman on there who talked about friendships, and she was like, every 7 years you go through this shedding phase in your life, and you don't always lose somebody, but if you might not necessarily lose somebody, but you take somebody new on, or you just find that there was never like a clean cut, like you just all of a sudden are like, like that person's not part of like the story that I'm like actively still writing about the rest of my life. And it's interesting because I've had to, even in the last couple of years, like I've had to take a step back and look at friendships and kind of also be like, this is not my person for this set of circumstances.
No.
And I think I like grew up thinking that like you are supposed to be a ride or die best friend for like every person that is in your circle. And it's just like, who has the fucking energy?
But also when you show up for people in a certain way, you expect people to show up that way for you. And when they don't, it's like really disappointing.
It's yeah.
So you really have to find the people to also determine like, how am I showing up for you? And how are you showing up for me? And that like I learned that lesson at a very young age of like, I was showing up for girls who then literally ditched me. And I was like, whoa, like you become like, I have no friends anymore. And luckily there was girls who pulled me in and showed up for me that I didn't even knew could show up for me. And that was like a really big blessing. And now some of those are still like my best friends. But like, I think that just goes to show that like, you shouldn't have to like try so hard to show up for someone who's not even going to show up for you.
Yeah. And especially time.
Exactly.
Again, when it's like impeding your own. But I don't know. I just like think that it's interesting that like I'm constantly like seeing all over the internet like this person that you're supposed to be and like this friend that you're supposed to be and like the reel that's like I'll always remember the one who like never like I never talked about it too many times or whatever. And I'm just like, where are your people's boundaries? Because like
I think lately
you can be, and again, it's just like
lately the internet has pissed me off.
The internet is really pissing me off. But it's just like also if you're constantly going to your friend too in the same negative light all the time, like it makes the friendship like not appealing to you.
And also, have you taken a look in the mirror at yourself?
Yeah, and like
I think a lot of those people are looking for external validation, and it's like,
oh yeah, probably.
like there was a young Pueblo quote that was like something about like loving yourself, and there is a point where like I don't know if people like find like the self-love whatever shit that like they talk about, but I do think there is some like you cannot there I don't know, like you can't search for like the external validation for yourself and think that that's going to be enough to like believe
fix
that's going to make like this whole thing, and I'm going to become a new person because you believe in me, because you're telling me to do it, so I'm going to do it. Like until you are the one who's like, I'm going to go do that, or I'm going to whatever. Like, yes, we have to show up at work every day, and yes, we have to do like all of these things. Like there's certain things that we have to do, but if there's something you want to do, like you have to actually want to do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to talk yourself in a fucking circle and you're not going to get anything done.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, we say it all the time. Like if you want something, like
Yeah.
the work that you do is the most
100%. No one else is going to be able
you.
to do it for you.
No. Even if someone handed you like your dream life on a platter, there's still things that you need to do to like upkeep the integrity of like
100%.
that whole thing. But anyways, that was so off on a tangent of where I was just going about me and Darius being in a relationship with one another, but
it was.
Darius
will talk about this later.
We got where we needed to go. No, he would not. He's like literally, because I know he'll listen to this without.
He's like obsessed with me.
Without
I'm just
fail.
kidding, but he is like my number one fan.
He's going to chuckle and be like, Taylor Glenn? Oh my God, I could never.
I'm going to have to talk to him about this when we get home. Like, I heard you and Taylor are in love and starting a relationship.
Taylor told
now,
me today that you guys.
We need to talk
have a
about
thing
this.
going on.
Thomas, I'll call you later.
Could you imagine? What a plot twist. It'd be good content, though.
Wait, so do you watch Traitors?
No, and the only footage that I know about Traitors is from when Bob the Drag Queen was on it, because I fucking love everything Bob the Drag Queen does.
You need to watch it, because everybody who listens to this podcast, I am applying to be on Traitors for the normal people.
Okay, so there's one traitor?
No, there's multiple.
Okay.
It's just
And what is the act
of... Put me in the Traitors.
What is the act of
Essentially, there are
crime?
faithful and there are traitors. And every day there is a traitor. The traitors get to like basically kill you off, and the faithfuls get to banish someone, hoping that they get the traitors out.
But all the traitors know who the traitors are?
Yes.
And all the faithful know who the faithful are?
No. The traitors know who the faithfuls are because they're the traitors, but the faithfuls have to figure out who the traitors are.
Oh, okay, right.
The fucked up part is like when you go in as like normal people. So I was talking about this like with people.
So there's a non-stars version?
The first time ever. They're doing like a non-celebrity, just normal people. And I'm like, so now I don't know any backstory of you. Like we are Joe Schmoes. Mm-hmm. Now I have to figure out, am I going to trust you? Like, you know, the housewives or like some like gamers, like Big Brother, Survivor or whatever. Like, you know, some of these people. This is now like, Joe Schmo could be a fucking good liar and they're a traitor and I'm like aligning with them and they're my alliance and whatever. And this season is just really good, and I think there's some good stars on it. So I've watched every season, but like, so it's gotten a lot of like hype, whatever. And at the end, you stand in a circle, and it's like $250,000 that everybody could like win, and you have to say like, okay, let's say there's like 5 of us. You have to be like, do I really trust everybody here, or do I think one person has lied to me and is a traitor? And so you either put green, we're all faithfuls, or red, there's a traitor in here. And then if there's one red, you all have to go around and say who you think is the traitor and banish them at the end, because you hope you're going to split the money with the faithfuls. But if there's a traitor, the traitor gets all the money. It's like so fucking good.
I think you would be really good at
this. I think I'd be so good. I do stuff with Darius, and I'll be like, it's because I'm a traitor. This is
you
TMI.
Would be so into it.
Wait, this is TMI. But
no such thing.
I don't know if I could say it, but we were having sex and I came, whatever. And then after I was like, what if I didn't? And at the end I was like, I'm a traitor. I was like, what if that happened?
She's practicing for the real thing.
And after I was like, would you have killed me? He was like, that would have just ruined everything.
That would
and
have
I was
been
like,
not
yeah,
a good time
I
for
was like,
anybody
it just wouldn't have been the right time. But I was like, later, I was like, it's just like, there's so many times where I'm like, I'm a traitor. I'm a traitor. And last night we were at dinner for my sister's birthday. And we were talking about traitors, and we went around, and they were like, "Who would you trust the least?" My 14-year-old or 15, my 15-year-old nephew was like, "You," and I was like, "Well, I would trust you the least."
No, I think you'd be so into it. You would love every second of being on that show.
Yeah. So fingers crossed.
Can we vote or no? They just have to pick you.
You know what? I might tell them in my video that that my friends will vote for
That
me.
if you opened up a poll for this season, you would get some votes.
But yeah, I've just been like everything that we do.
We'll
is like, I'm a
manifest that
traitor, I'm a
tomorrow in the
traitor.
Chinese New Year.
Yeah, for sure.
A new house, an offspring,
Dude,
and a
housing
season of
is
traitors.
very, very, very stressful.
I can't even imagine. I had an hour-and-a-half phone call conversation with my financial planner the other day because I was like, listen, buddy, I got 19 different retirement accounts right now. I don't know what's going where. I don't know where I should be putting this. I don't know what vested means. I don't know anything about anything. And then I was like, and these fucking student loans are killing me. So we got to come up with some kind of strategy here because
Payment
I've had
plan.
enough.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not kidding. I was on the phone with this guy for like an hour and a half. My head was cooked for the day.
Yeah.
For the day. So I
Yeah.
can't even imagine having to like figure out how much money I can allot to put a down payment on a home.
Well, that's like the crazy part too is like we're competing with these people who have all cash offers for like $1 million house and we have to mortgage. And so it's like, we're going to lose unless we write a letter that like is compelling, but like what's like, hi, we're married. We're hoping to have a family and like we want to move here.
Hey,
like,
we don't have $1 million, but we'd
but
like
it's just
to live
crazy.
in your house.
And like these $1 million houses are like not that nice. And so you're like the one I showed you was nice,
Yeah.
but like there's some others that like there was one we saw that had radiator heat.
Not for $1
Radiator
million.
heat. So these are people who are going to spend $1 million, probably redo the whole inside because it's like a historic home, but like we can't.
Right. Because then that's an additional finance on top of.
I don't know. Luckily, we're not being kicked out of our home, so
We're not being forced to the streets.
so we at least can stay where we're at for now.
Okay, well, that's a lot. You got a lot going on over there.
What's new? What's new, sister?
I'm just over here with my baby Jesuses,
Well, now baby Jesus is going to help me.
and that's all I got going
Right,
on. I'm getting a
Jesus?
peel tomorrow at the good Dr. Bloom Plastic Surgery.
And we should shout out that I got my cleaning people from you, and they are amazing.
Yeah, if anybody in the city is looking for, which shout out to Amel because I took them from her. But if you guys are looking for cleaning people
My
in the city of
floor
Chicago,
are
hit
the
a girl up.
cleanest they've ever been.
No, you could have like literally, I'm not kidding,
Licked the
eaten
floor.
dinner
Yeah.
off of my windowsills after
Yeah.
they came.
Like, I was very, very impressed. And
like,
not too expensive.
Relatively inexpensive, yes.
Yeah.
Compared to, I
Like,
mean, I know that's a
very
luxury
fair.
service, but very fair.
Like, I was
Very
I
fair.
was very much like, this is a fair price.
Yeah.
And I wasn't taken aback by it. Like we got a deep clean today. They did, it was the first time they did like a very deep clean, but I was not insulted by the price. I was like, this is
No,
fair.
it was so worth it. It's the best money I've ever spent because
Lovely
it's just
mother,
like
son.
if you could just have, and again, I understand it's a luxury thing, but like if you have the ability to just like take a fucking thing off your plate when you don't like.
It's not like we're dirty people either. It just is nice to have a
No,
deep
it's just
clean.
not. And my friend, I was telling one of my friends about it that I was gonna get, and she was like, I mean, I can vacuum and blah blah. I said, it's not that I can't. I can. I just do not fucking want to.
But I like vacuum and stuff. It's just like I'm not cleaning the fucking
No,
edges
I mean,
of
yeah,
the.
I
What are those
vacuum-
things called?
Baseboards.
Baseboards.
Yeah, I want someone to scrub my baseboards.
Like they
That's
are
what I'm looking
cleaning
for.
the baseboards, and I'm like,
And dust my windowsills. And something spilled in my oven last week, so I really need them to tend to that on Wednesday. But like,
but they
other
do
than
that.
I
She
know.
cleaned my fucking oven. I was
know.
like,
I told you they reorganized my fridge when they came, and I was pleased with the results.
she said that she would, and she was like, and I was like, we got so much shit in our fridge. I was like, you don't have to reorganize the fridge, but she like did like everything else around. Like where she could. I was like, this is next time we will take everything out.
No, that is money that I will spend.
So DM us if you want the name.
yeah,
'cause we
every
will
time
connect to
for
you.
the rest of eternity because now I can never go back
No,
because I'm not cleaning these windows. I'm gonna tell you that right fucking now. Not for me.
me either. Me either.
Anyways,
What's
you
going
got?
on? Oh, jinx.
You go first.
Let's see. What do I have? Darius has a bachelor party this weekend. It's his brother's, so I have the house to myself.
When are they getting married?
June.
Fun.
Yeah, so I may do a handstand workshop this weekend.
Oh.
I know, something a little different and fun. Other than that, I really have a low-key week, and I'm very happy about it.
Somebody invited me to go to, there's a winter wellness thing on Thursday somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be out of town for work. But I was like, yeah, I should start. I'm making my way back into society. Now that it's getting a little nicer out.
Yeah.
I am making my way back into
I loved
You know what I've been
hermiting.
on? Oh, and let me put this out for the community as well if you if you need another hot take. My new thing right now, me and one of my friends, is happy hours. We're doing like a happy hour tour of 2026.
Cute.
Taverna 1821. It's on the corner
Never heard of it.
in Fulton Market where Timeout used to be.
Okay, yeah.
Right on one of the corners there. It's it's probably the size of my general living area here. They've got probably 8 tables, and then they got a cutesy little bar. Me and one of my girlfriends went last Friday to go to happy hour. Happy hour is Monday through Saturday, 4 to 6. We went on a Saturday.
Love it.
We ordered in there. It's Greek. We ordered
favorite.
everything, all the food items off of the happy hour menu. So we got a hot olive dish with 2 slices of sourdough. There were zucchini chips of some kind, chicken skewers, Greek meatballs. There was a 5th thing, and I just for the life of me can't remember what it was. So we got all of it, and then she had 2 glasses of wine, and I had a glass of wine. Guess how much our tab was?
$55.
$42.
Wow, that's great.
$42.
I will have to tell Darius.
$42. I can't even go out myself for $42.
No,
fucking
yeah.
anymore.
That's great.
It was great. The people were lovely. The woman had so many suggestions when it came to because we were
What should we get?
yeah, and she was honestly, you should try everything and try this wine, and it's a Greek wine. It's a good house wine. It's not cheap.
Yeah, shit.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, fantastic.
Oh, I'm gonna
10
have
out
to
of
go
10.
there.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. It was
Yeah.
really, and it's cute and it's little and it's quaint and you're in and you're out.
Love that.
We were sitting there. We were sitting there and it was sort of daylight still because we went at 4:45 or whatever, and we were there for 40 minutes. And then my friend was wow, it's Saturday and nobody's out. How weird or whatever. And I was well, I don't know, the Olympics. And then we were both it's fucking 5:30 p.m. That's why nobody's out.
Yeah.
I was sitting here, I was yeah, maybe
Fulton
people
Market,
are,
the
doing
kids
things.
don't go out till 9.
I'm maybe people are doing things for the Olympics.
So
I
are you
don't
going
know.
to happy hour this week?
We're not going this week. We went this past weekend to Four Mentos. They have a decent happy hour menu. It was a lot
Cute.
more expensive. The hostess was terribly rude, so I won't be pumping them up to the general public. But we're going to do, I think, next weekend, we're going to do Chef Special.
Oh, have you been?
No, but I've heard really good things.
So fucking good. Get the, I think it's the spicy green beans or something. Get those.
Yeah,
So
I'm
good.
excited. I'm
It's really well worth a little tummy ache too.
Yeah,
'cause,
yeah.
Chiniese food doesn't stick.
Yeah, something with the
doesn't
MSG.
go well with me, but it's so good.
Okay, great. Yeah. I think I'm also going to have Chinese food tomorrow because of the Chinese New Year. Cause,
Oh, good
why not?
idea.
Get a little takeout or something. Go.
Darius.
But yeah, that's I'll be in Louisville on Thursday. If anybody's there,
Hit me up.
hit me up. I'm in and out. And that's really all I got.
Yeah, I got nothing major to
It's
report
my
as far as my week, and I'm very, very happy about it.
But yeah, keep it chill. Hopefully it stays 60 degrees out.
It better, because I'm into
My
it.
mental health can't handle it if we start to head in reverse. But yeah. All right.
Feels good.
It does. All right. Don't forget your little Jesus.
No, baby Jesus. Where did baby Jesus is hiding under my phone? I think. Okay, jeez.
Don't forget your little Jesus. Don't forget to not wash your hair and take out your trash and don't
Use
do
knives
anything new
and-
tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
just keep it Jesus PG.
whatever he would hath done
Not much.
back in his day.
Yeah, exactly. And just remember,
Girl.
everything's
Everything's fine.